I don't watch new movies anymore. And I wish I could say it's because millennials wink and ironically use one-liners because they suck the fun right out of life, but I can't. And I wish I could say it's because Stephen King has pedo vibes, because he does, but I can't. And I wish I could say it's because I'm addicted to action-packed cyberpunk, but I am. Like, few movies are perfect. Highlander 2, Blade Runner, Commando, The Brave Little Toaster. Even fewer movies were born in the perfect time to put the greatest action star together with the greatest author for the 80s, for the greatest series of films in cinematic history. They spent $27 million to turn lead into gold, and they delivered. And it's awesome. Like, I don't care if you think it's cheesy or hokey or whatever. I don't care what your favorite YouTuber says. He's either a douche or a pinko commie.
Bunch of slack-jawed.
The reason movies like this get any friction whatsoever is because of the Harry Potter generation. Pinko commies learn that they're born too late to get into the CCCP, and they're born too early to live on a dirt farm, watching pastiches of a great style of movies to the point where everybody forgets how awesome things like The Running Man were, and forever remember the fat weesh douche who was desperate for an audience to love him because he's a pinko and his dad never did. This stops today. It's one trick, one simple trick. Defeats commies and nerds and helps you enjoy life like America wanted you to. Just watch a movie on its own terms. So what is The Running Man? I mean, you probably know the story, and if you don't, Stephen King wrote a lot of gore, horror, and deceptively large amount of underage stuff. He was worried that his publisher would print anything he sent him. Must be nice. And so he made a new series of books that were different and a pen name. Backman. He pussied out and pulled one off the shelves because of a school shooting, and they made a movie based on the best one, which is The Running Man. It's a simple moral question. What kind of world will we live in when we have private equity running the show? A company runs the prison. An entertainment company makes it into a game show. Arnie sees this and thought, why not make this a vessel for my awesomeness? And hey, it worked. It's something else about movies that people don't discuss. Nerds are always on about, oh, it's not the same as the book. And I'm like, no shit, it's not a book. If it was, you would have read it. Books and movies are different. So is painting your house and painting a mural. You can't get mad at a dude for painting his house because it doesn't look like a Rembrandt. And it was mostly made by just working guys. Like, it cost $27 million to make, and it got $35 million back in the box office, and that sounds like a failure, right? Oh, my little communist friend. In the 80s and 90s and 2000s, we had something called syndication, and video sales. If you grew up around this time, you saw this movie everywhere. It was on TV every week, along with The Goonies and Beastmaster and Die Hard 2. They cleaned up on the back end. And it sucks because that's why movies like this will never come back again. Never mind that bodybuilders today look like Belgian cows and can't act. Never mind that CGI kills the magic of technology and practical effects, but it's economically just unfeasible. Netflix figured out a way to monetize the Walmart bargain bin and killed movies forever. Thanks, you fucking call me. Alright, pause. I hate, and I mean I hate, YouTube movie reviews. I hate theater kids. I hate communist socialist wannabe kids. I hate my dad kids. I hate guys who love the box set and don't want to unwrap the movie because of the resale value. Commies, communists, pinkos loved hating this movie. Oh God, even Stephen King, he's a pinko himself, with his weird fascination with Trump derangement syndrome and his 12th time, this time it's for real, I'm leaving Twitter award nomination. Like, they love the idea that companies are evil and plucky rich kids playing communists can take back the power. And I'm tired of watching movie nerds with their so bad it's good bullshit. Dude, it's good. You're just a snarky millennial. Fuck, you can't be bothered to enjoy something sincerely. You always have to wink and laugh and put a pillow over your lap during the sex scenes. Now, you know I hate commies. You know this. But the nerds are getting awfully close. It's like Highlander. in the way they take high tech and low life, mix it with charisma and charm and a few moments of levity with some gratuitous violence and lots of action because, well, do I have to explain?
Boy, lucky he didn't kill you too. Or rape you and kill you. Or kill you then rape you. I mean, a guy like that, what would stop him?
No pain, no gain.
Do you love cyberpunk? Do you love Arnie?
But I hope you leave enough room for my fist because I'm going to ram it into your stomach and break your goddamn spine! Ah!
Of course you do, because you're a heterosexual male full of testosterone and awesome. Unless you're a filthy commie, in which case, we are coming for you. Do you yearn for absurd satire of the age we live in? Technology from the past that's set in the future?
I can break your neck like a chicken's.
How about multiple performances from pro wrestlers and bodybuilders and future political titans?
Are you ready for pain? Are you ready for suffering? If the answer is yes, then you're ready for pain.
Along with Hawaiian shirts and a good time. Well, I have the story for you. Simple and effective stories. Stories perfectly told. Stories with a cynical tone that pisses excellence. Stories from Stephen King that don't have weird scenes with minors doing Chris Hansen things. If you know, you know.
What the Boom! Keep it!
By the award-winning director of fan-favorite Shaquille O'Neal film Kazam, comes the film that is the cousin of RoboCop, Highlander 2, and shows you how you can have fun in dystopia, while inspiring one of the greatest arcade games of a generation. It's a movie that pisses off communists, and nerds can't watch it because they worry about opening the original packaging on their DVD boxed set. They don't know what they are missing, but you don't have to. It's the pinnacle of action, cyberpunk, and oozes charisma. It's the greatest at what it did, and no one has come close. It's The Running Man, 1987.
Or rape you and kill you.
All right, the characters. Arnie. Ben Richards. He's a police officer framed with a crime. He gives up, tries to escape, but is captured, played on the newest game show, The Running Man, where he's basically a man-hunting man character like Ice-T in Surviving the Game with Rutger Hauer, or Van Damme's Hard Target. Like, he has to escape. And then it's like every serialized action movie. He doesn't get a character arc, he's the anchor for everybody else to have one. You got Maria Conchita Alonso as, I'm pretty sure this is the chick that's on the banana stickers. Anyway, she's M. And just like the Punisher, or I Come in Peace, she's the chick. Like, look hot, be in danger. She has a want and a need. They're very basic, though. Like, she wants to get out of trouble, but what she needs is to sell movie tickets. Well, I mean, technically what she needs is she found the lies and she needed to expose it. So, like, look, these aren't character studies. The real character is basically the premise. You got Richard Dawson as Killian. Host of this mess, he's the big bad. His job is simple. Be a prick. Get your comeuppance. And when the story needs you to tell stuff about the satire of the corporate dystopia, then be there to deliver. And that's the real character. How justice is perverted by TV ratings, how they cheat to make a buck, how American heroes are interchangeable brand identities, how the news manufactures and warps reality, and these are not at all poignant things to know in 2025. Shout out to all the gladiators, by the way. The wonderful cast of characters and actors you recognize, but you don't remember the names of. Sven Thorsen, Jim Brown. I mean, I'm pretty sure you know who Jim Brown is. But anyways, Yaphet Kotto, even Jesse Ventura, back from Predator for another round of awesome. So on its own terms, a mishmash. And when I say to watch a movie on its own terms, the characters are where I mean it. Every character is simple, almost one-dimensional. No arcs, no revelations, no fatal flaws, no needs, no wants. The characters are set pieces. The real character is the premise. what would this world look like? But you can't make a premise into a story, so you take a dash of a cliched action flick, a splash of cyberpunk dystopia, a man-hunting man thriller, and you put it all in the oven for 90 minutes. And that's the appeal. It's not a schlocky bad film, it's a great satirical story. 5 movies wearing a trench coat pretending to be 18 so it can get into an R-rated film. Like, you see the theme. In all the movies I have on this channel, no matter how simple on the surface, are really a complex mixture of the types of films a century of filmmaking can produce. It's the mishmash of the greatest things to happen in films. So for example, you got like Predator, an action movie mashed with a horror movie. You got Die Hard, an action movie mashed up with the towering inferno or like a claustrophobic escaping type thing. You have I Come in Peace, a buddy cop sci-fi action movie. Then you got The Punisher, a theatrical production with an action movie of a comic book. And it's awesome. So for the plot, don't worry, I'm not going to spoil anything. You can know every beat of the entire movie and still go into it and enjoy yourself. So if you don't want spoilers, skip to the part where you take your head out of your ass and relax. So you know the deal. The future, 2017. A side note, I love when movies are set in the future of like 1997 or whatever. America is a police state propaganda, and the future was like 10 years ago. Anyways, Captain Ben Richards is arrested because he refuses to shoot a bunch of starving protesters. His team turns on him, and then he's sent to go to a work prison. There, he meets some resistant dudes where they're planning an escape. The media frames him some kind of mass murderer, so he has to flee the country. Goes to his brother's place to say his goodbyes, runs into a hot Latin chick. Must be nice. Turns out that they took his brother years ago, so he kidnaps her and uses her to get out on a plane, but his plan fails and they capture him back. Then, this guy Killian offers him a chance for freedom. The guy was just too damn popular to use. And even though the law said he was too dangerous, Ben's like, nobody tells me what to do. So Killian's like, look, either join the show, or I'm gonna kill those 2 guys and the little girlfriend you made in this whole thing. And they're all weak. He knows they're not going to survive, and they won't last a day, so Ben's like, fine, I'll do it to save everybody's life. But Killian's a prick, so he sends everybody down there anyway. And you get a series of Mortal Kombat-like characters for hilarious, grotesque kill scenes. Like, normally the gladiators never lose, but in this case, Ben kills Sub-Zero, an Asian sumo with a hockey mask, because, like, okay. Anyways, it's bad for ratings. And then he kills Buzzsaw, weird Australian dude with a chainsaw and whatever, because, okay. Killed one of his buddies, though, which sucks. And then there's the flamethrower guy. I can't remember his name, but I'll have to go look it up again. You got Dynamo. He's a lightning bolt shooting fat dude who sings opera. Kills another resistance dude, but Ben manages to cripple him, but decides not to mercy kill him. And so now the audience is starting to turn. They take him from heel, and they turn him to hero. They're rooting for Ben now. So Killian's like, I have to bring back Captain Freedom out of retirement to salvage my contract with the Justice Department. Which is unrealistic. There's no way a professional sport entertainment business would bring out an aged former star in order to save Brad ratings, right? But Freedom doesn't want gadgets. He wants an old school fight. So Killian fires him and uses AI to fake the fight anyways. And it shows that they're killing Ben. And Ben's now pissed. Now it means that he knows they're going to send everything in to come and kill these 2 to keep quiet. So the Resistance tasks him with breaking into the broadcast room to show that it was all fake. Luckily, we don't have people making fake videos with artificial intelligence in order to manipulate a population nowadays. Thank God for that. Don't you love dystopic, futuristic fiction? Anyways, the reason this is going to work is because the only weakness of the company, bad marketing, fake news. So now for the last bit, you're going to get like a giant action scene that goes over it, and I'm not going to go over it beat by beat because frankly, it's just catharsis. You've spent the whole movie wanting to see the big bad guys lose and the good guys win, so they just deliver. Dynamo tries to rape the chick, so she electrocutes him with the sprinklers, punches him in the nuts. Killian tries to make a deal to save his life at the end, but Ben throws him in the Running Man and blows him up with style. And the end scene. By the way, in the book, Ben Richards flies a plane into the building, killing them both. But I find it's very unrealistic that a suspected terrorist with a grudge against America would even think of flying a plane into a skyscraper to take out the people who grieved him. It was just too unrealistic in a futuristic sense, so I think the movie version worked better with the happier ending. It's more realistic with what would happen in America, you know? Anyway, there was a brief period in history where men could make a movie without winking and being ironic, and whatever the fuck commie blather that means. It had violence, and it had jokes, and it had satire, and it kept lowbrow with the heroism in there to cleanse the palate. It was without snarky women and theater kids. It was just men. Flawed men, competent men, tough men, amazing wrestling gimmicks, awesome men who just do things because that's what they do. A movie that just knew what it was supposed to be, and it was supposed to be fucking awesome for 90 goddamn minutes. And it resonates. It needed the combined gravitas of Arnold, Jesse Ventura, Jim Brown, and the hottest Latina in the 80s to make Stephen King look awesome, but they managed to do it, those crazy bastards. It combines the simplicity of mindless action, fun adventure, and it oozes charisma and charm and gravitas in a great, simple story about a nice cyberpunk premise. Not only that, but they did it in a way that was accessible to everyone. It was where we peaked as a society, I think. Like, the themes were ordinary, presented as extraordinary. The story is timeless, yet of its time. And what can I say? Enjoy it, because I damn well did. Cheers, fellas.